It's a new video. There's dog hair. Look at that dog hair. It wasn't there a minute ago. I want to do a video on what it's going to take to make this magnet move. I posted to a UFO website and they're all, well, it's got to be interference from inside the house. Well, sorry, but it's not. But we're going to do some research and see what it takes to make that magnet move. To start off with, we're talking EM radiation from inside the house. I'm going to go over here to the ham radio. We're on 80 meter. Let me go down to where they're not talking. And all you hear is normal hiss. That's the morning beat, what is it? The Breakfast Club, New Mexico Breakfast Club net. Starts at about 6 o'clock every morning. And it lasts until about 8. But as you can see, on 80 meter, there's no noise. On 40 meter, there's no noise. And then we have 10 or 2 meter up here, no noise. Let's go to 20 meter, where we have sounds like a, let's take it off lock. You probably can't see the meter, but I'll get it off that signal. No noise. And this is the way it is all the time. When the batteries in the back are charged, fully charged, I'll get a little bit of a woo sound, but it's not too awful bad. Go back to memory. Go to 21 megahertz. No noise. Let's go down to, I have to use the band button. If you remember how to use the band button. Now that is 1.83 megahertz. And in my car on the road, I get that much noise. Go down and see if we can find an AM station. Are we on AM? No, we're on digital. Yep, try that again. Try it one more time. Yep. What am I doing? Okay, go back here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Obviously, right? Go to band. Go to 1.8. Click. Okay, but we're in digital mode, so I want to get out of digital mode and go to AM, but I'm turning the wrong button. Okay, now it's on AM. That's AM.
If at all possible. So when you go to the cemetery and you visit,
so we're on AM there, AM broadcast band, and you can hear because there's really not much noise, about like what there would be normally in your car driving down the road. So that's AM broadcast. So I'm going to just get back to where I was on that, 7195. That's another, just a rag shoe area. And that's what I have. So in the house, for AC, I have AC outlet there, an AC outlet there, and an AC outlet here. And yeah, there's one AC outlet there. There's no AC outlet in the bathroom. There's one AC outlet up there and up down there. Now these are all on separate circuits. So that one down there goes all the way to the back of the fuse box. This one and this one are tied together. Then I have an AC outlet down there. And that one is going to the back, and there's one in the bedroom just opposite of that also goes to the back, and one on the wall over there and one on the wall up there. And they all go to the back. In the back, let's go back there. I have an AC outlet up there, and that's my electronics wall. That's where all the electronics are. And I'm not going to turn on the light because I don't want to. But that's it for AC. I have a freezer and a refrigerator, and I have a freezer in there. The overhead is, it's got 12 volt bulbs and a 110 fan. And same in here. 12 volt bulbs and a 110 fan. The rest of all the lighting in the house is 12 volt. I do have a 12 volt outlet outside. This is a 12 volt switch. That's for outside. This one's for inside. Down there on the wall you can see a mood light. And over there on that side, that turns those on. They're just little automotive bulbs is all they are. Sorry for the messy house, but I've been pretty busy. That's it, really. The furnace is here, and it goes over to that wall. You can see that's still moving just slightly after I pushed it. This one here is also a 12 volt light. That's a 12 volt light. So this is on a beer thermometer, which turns it on and off at a certain temperature, and that actually saves me a lot of energy because this is actually a refrigerator, not being used as a it's not being used as a freezer. We'll turn this light off. Don't need it. Now the ham radio, I've got, I think this is 60 watt. Let's put it on a channel. And you can see Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Zulu, Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Zulu testing. That did not move. I can talk on that all day long, and that did not move. The 2 meter down here, let's put it on a different channel. Let's go to 3923. It's a 100 watt output. Kilo Juliet 7 Alpha Zulu, KJ7AZ testing. It does not move. Okay, so I'm gonna go. These are on the back and the front. The back didn't used to be. The back used to be a 12 volt ham radio system, and the front was 12 volt also, but I converted it to 110 because I just didn't want to use up all the 12 volt. I'm going to leave it on. Why turn it off? This fan is almost always on and on and low. It needs to be dusted, yes I know. In the back, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the light. That up there is it. That's my Starlink system and my APRS system. It's APRS weather station and distributor. It's a 80 watt system, and it's been up there. I've had an 80 watt system going here ever since I started building the house. It's made changes, it's done changes, but it's on all the time, and it turns itself off. I mean, it's automatic. You can see it's transmitting data. Might not do it again for a little bit, but it works. So the house itself was built with EMF in mind and impulses. So inside the walls, and you can see it in here. Turn the light back on. I need to put a little bit more of just that little section right there is all that doesn't have it. You can see here the wire mesh. The entire house has got that wire mesh in it. This wall has wire mesh in it, and the reason I put it there is because I want to separate this room electromagnetically from the rest of the house, and it worked. I don't know if anybody's been following me forever, but when I first put this thing together, it was an electromagnetic zoo. It was horrible. I mean, I could hardly listen to the radio because of the controllers. I've since changed controllers, changed inverters. This has evolved. Oh, it was a disaster. If you watch my videos, it was a mess. I still have a mess. This is all 12-volt wiring, and 110 is over here. This is my solar panels. This is going to change tomorrow. I've got another controller coming for this. This is 12-volt, and it's not working the way it's supposed to. I can't get it to fix. So, but this has really evolved. I get no interference on the radios from the system. And that's a good thing. I bet there's a million hams out there who wish, or can only wish, that their house was as quiet electromagnetically as mine. I'm rather proud of it. Come on, Sheldon. So, moral of this story is there's nothing in this house that's going to cause this magnet to move. I've gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. I had the one big incident where this thing was going batshit crazy. And there's no reason for it to do that inside the house. I've got 2 laptops. This one I keep unplugged because I don't want to discharge the batteries. And that one I leave plugged in because I use it a lot. This one here I actually have hooked up to the ham radio system for different kinds of ham radio, different modes of ham radio. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, just checking the time. I have 2 antennas outside. Actually, I have more than that. You can see my antenna farm down there. There's a long wire. That's the VHF antenna, UHF, both. And that is my, behind it is the DX Commander, which surprisingly gets out much better than my wire antenna. On this side, that's the APRS antenna. There's 2 of the solar panels. On the other side there's more solar panels. The weather station broke. It's up there. It broke. And then I have a TV antenna out there. What else? And I have a small antenna in the back to send the weather data to the to the TNC that does the transmitting over the internet out to the world. You can see about almost 2/10 of a mile out there is the nearest power pole. And then I do have a neighbor over there, but they don't, I see well, golly gee. I just saw a bobcat run across the field out there. Well, that was cool. Okay, but anyhow, it's raining outside. That's a good thing. I need to go out and start the rainwater pump. The water pump is over here. It's underneath the sink. And the furnace is in here. You can't see it. It's a direct vent furnace. And it only turns on when I need hot water. It's an on-demand direct vent. And that furnace is direct vent also. So anyhow, there's my TV. It was on the night that I had the issues. And I also have a VCR. The moral of the story here is there's nothing in the house that is going to make this move. So later today, if I remember, I'm going to set this up, the camera up on a tripod. The tripod you saw outside there. Probably move this chair and put it in here facing this direction. And I'm going to go down there to the end here with these giant magnets that are hanging up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll see if I can get that to move. The only thing in this house that will make that move is, I've got to get that centered a little bit better. It's not hanging evenly. Okay. That's a little bit off to that side. Okay. The only thing in this house that will make those move is that magnet, those magnets up here. I'm going to grab real quick the biggest one and show you what I'm talking about. I'm about 5 feet from it. Now if I rotate it, you can see it just going crazy. That's the only thing in this house that will make that move. And that is not what made that move the other night. If you were to put, let's say, these two magnets together, it's nearly impossible to get them apart. They're that strong. And hanging there like that, all of those together should actually stabilize that. Should cause that magnet to stabilize. But later on tonight, I will do that. This afternoon, I will do that. And I will walk. I'll put the camera up right here. And I'll stand back there and we'll see the different things that this one here will do with those magnets. This is called a UFO detector. The military has recently put something similar, probably electronic rather than uses magnets, that detects anomalies. And they're putting it in all of their jets. Detects magnetic anomalies. It's probably an electronic magnet system. I don't like the way it's hanging. It's not quite level. Okay. Now, one other thing that I've had happen out here, and it's been a long time ago, is I had those magnets all over here hanging on nails. They're strong enough that they'll hang on those nails really well. And from outside of the house, there was a loud buzz, and it came from outside. I couldn't see anything out there when I looked. And all of those magnets, all of them, except that one, were hanging on this wall. And they all fell off that wall. I don't remember if that one fell or not. But all of the magnets were over here fell off the wall. One of them, where's it at? I had another stick hanging up here, and one of them landed on the stick and just sat there. Now, this is a metal knife. Eventually, that went plop over onto this. Now, so it's moving. it lands on a piece of wood. It's an extremely strong magnet. Why didn't it plop onto that right away? It took it a few minutes. But that's been a while. But that's my plan for today, is I'm going to just do some fun little tests. Yeah, that looks pretty even. Now my wife will get up and bump that with her head, and that's the other thing in the house that'll make it move. But if you watched my UFO video, when that thing was moving, you'd see that it was moving erratically, very erratically. Not even like it was with those magnets. It was going like this. And there's just nothing in here that will make it do that. Nothing at all. Inside these walls, they're all wire mesh. The roof is steel. The roof is metal. If the house was built with EMP and electromagnetic noise, basically, in mind, because I didn't want to have to deal with it on my ham radio stuff. So, anyhow, I've got to go and do some work, and I'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and get the big magnets. I'll start way back there and see if we can make this thing operate. This. What was that? Sheldon, knock it off. This is the biggest magnet. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but this is the biggest magnet. I'm roughly, back up a little bit more, about 15 feet from that magnet. Start just twirling it around. I can see it from here. I can see it doing something. Okay, come up here about 5 feet. So I'm about maybe 10 feet from it now. I'm just turning it around. I don't know where north and south is on this magnet. You can see it moving back and forth a little bit, about 15 feet. I get more motion out of it when I'm turning it around like this, spinning it in my hand. Come up here roughly 5 feet from it, and you can really see the movement. These are Neodymium magnets. I got them off Amazon a long time ago. I got a fascination with magnets, always have had. You can really see that thing going to town. Now if I spin it, it does something totally different. See if I can make it rock at all. Let's go over here. I'm now about 3 feet from it on this side. Now you can see it going a little bit batty. Okay. So that's what happens when I use this very large. You can see how big it is in my hand. And these are both about an equal weight. That magnet weighs about the same as this magnet. that's where they stay all the time. So you can see what that'll do. Now, they call this a UFO detector. You can look them up, you can buy them online. You turn the ham radio down. You can look them up, you can buy them online, you buy them from Amazon. I'll even post some at the end of the message. But it just picks up magnetic anomalies, is what it does. UFO detector, we don't know what makes the UFOs go. It could be almost anything, it could be magic. But anyhow, it's an anomaly detector. If there's something magnetic going on, then that's going to see it. If it's a strong enough field outside somewhere, it's going to see it. There's nothing in this house. I can turn on the lights, turn the lights off and on. The water pump is going outside, the rainwater pump. Ham radio, I can click that all day long. It's not going to make that move. This fan, put it on full blast. Even the breeze from that fan is not going to make this move. It's not going to happen. I've done all this. I've already experimented with all this time and time again. The TV, where's my remote? If I turn the TV on, the TV was on the night that this went crazy. It's on, it's not going to do nothing. The freezer, it's not going to do anything. Everything in here has been checked and checked and checked again. There's nothing in this house other than those magnets that's going to make this move. My truck is parked out there. There's nobody in my truck. Nothing in this house can make that move. I got a metal wall over there. The insides are all, there's the wire mesh on all the insides, everything. It's just a big Faraday cage is what the house is. We went outside the night that happened. I didn't see anything. The dogs barked and then they came back in with their tails between their legs. It's hard telling. But there's nothing outside that could have done that.
I also did note in your
Turn this down.
your question that you wanted to see some college kids and children
Got plants here, they're not magnetic. Let's do one more thing. I have a big steel barbell. I'm getting a workout. It picks up that steel barbell. That's pretty cool. I have here a north-south tool, which tells you where the north and south is on a magnet. Whoops. That's how strong that thing is. It just yanked it out of my hand. Now let's take this. You can see how strong that magnet is. I'm about a foot from that. And this thing is following it all the way around. It's an extremely strong magnet. Like I said in a previous video, if you have two of those and you get your finger in between there and you snap them together, it'll crush your finger. It's going to hurt. Get a nice blood blister out of it. That's the north-south detector. Walk back there and make sure we're still recording. Yep. I've got that laptop over there going now. It's on wires X for ham radio. So anytime anybody talks anywhere that's on what I'm monitoring, it could be anywhere in the country, that radio transmits. Ain't going to make that move. Not going to happen. What else? The thing is, the motion is not something that I could duplicate. The motion was jerky. It was doing this number. When it was doing that, it was jerky. And I cannot duplicate that jerkiness. It was weird. I didn't even record everything that was going on that night. But I do keep my camera a lot more handy. Doing it on the cell phone was pretty uncomfortable. And there's just nothing in here. We've gone through this time and time again looking for stuff that would cause this to move, and there just isn't anything. So, that's about all I got. It's just an experiment. Just an experiment is all it is. A test to see if we could get this thing to do what it did the night that it was jumping. So, anyhow, that's it for now. I will post links to the UFO detectors. They're called UFO detectors online. They're magnetic anomaly detectors. And had a hell of a magnetic anomaly the night that happened. So, I'll be back in another video. I did not press go. Can you believe that? Yes, I can believe that. Okay, this is a magnetic anomaly detector. I may have accidentally shut my record off, but this is a magnetic anomaly detector. It's called online very often a UFO detector, and you can build this with a piece of fishing line, a good strong neodymium magnet, and hang it from the ceiling just like that and leave it, but leave it somewhere where you can see it. One of the things that you can do is use wire and a loop and send a line up to the ceiling or wherever with a battery and a buzzer or a light or something that says, hey, I've made contact. So beep, 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 and you got yourself something. Now it would be very fascinating to build one of these in such a way that it would activate a camera system and take pictures of the sky, see what you see. There was one found somewhere, I don't remember where, it's been a while, probably last year that I read this, that somebody found one hanging somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. It was hooked up in such a way that it would send a signal to somebody and say, hey, there's something going on. But you can buy them from Amazon. They're cheap little toy kits is what they are, and just leave it hanging. They do have the wire wrapped around there, and when it starts moving, it'll make contact with that wire and send a buzz, lights a light and buzzes. But yeah, there's naysayers out there, but if you don't believe, what do you got? So anyhow, and the military is building something similar to this and putting it in their jet fighters. It's been on the news recently to help them figure out what's going on there. It's a magnetic anomaly detector. It's simple. It works. You get a magnetic anomaly and this will start to move. It's not anything coming from in this house, I can tell you that right now. But anyhow, if you haven't already, subscribe. And I do like subscribers. I've got another video in the oven ready to go online, but I thought I'd get this one online first. Alright, y'all have fun out there.